What is vibing? This is Vish, and
the next station is
currently experiencing a spiritual practice. This video's title will be Spiritual Practice, and what that is, why it's called that, why it's not called a spiritual test, for instance, all sorts of things along those lines. And let's start off with real quickly where I am. So currently on a train to Huntington, and then from Huntington I'll be taking another train to Smithtown, where I'll be getting picked up by the friend PK. Now, with that being said, yeah, as you can tell, lots of processing is still occurring at the moment, and the body's pretty tired. Lots of traveling, plus didn't sleep too much, a combination of factors, right? Filmed in the city. Also, where am I? You might be questioning all these random names, like with Smithtown and Huntington or whatever. So, currently at Long Island, New York is where I'm at. And yeah, came here to visit for a couple of things, and this is the interesting aspect of it. And I'm giving a decent amount of background to the spiritual practice as to what it is and so on. But yeah, let's proceed. So, why am I here? Well, family and I had to come and move a few things back to our Texas house. So yeah, and so we had booked tickets for today, or technically yesterday, but things didn't work out because the sister had some music thing, and then I was like, I'll just keep my ticket as yesterday, and they're coming in a few days. But yeah, long story short, here, and I was supposed to get a rental car. Made a lot of assumptions and let things just flow, quote unquote, right? So here's the interesting part, right? It's planning. It's finding the balance, or the conscious balance, between planning too much and not planning at all, and letting, I guess, the universe dictate everything. We see that isn't necessarily conscious too, right? Because that's in a way fate, which is, I don't know. This is something I'm still trying to learn and experience and explore. Because I've heard that when you're truly aligned, it's essentially not even you doing things. It's you're just, I don't know. Actually, as I pop about that, or realize about that itself, it seems like what's bringing about a realization within me right now is that when you let the universe do what it wants to do for you, that's you truly just being unconscious and letting life hit you left and right like a wave, just patting you back and forth. You're not necessarily riding the wave. Yes, you've realized that you're not necessarily in control in a way, or you're detached to a sense, because you're realizing that life is just hitting you left and right, but it's still like you're letting the universe act on you, right? Literally slap you in this case. But the reality is, doing nothing is not necessarily conscious. Being conscious, as I've realized, and again, that's the pop that's happening right now, is when you're truly able to be aware and then do what you want to do in a conscious manner. So you're essentially representing consciousness through what you do. And the whole point of that is, it's not that you're necessarily letting the universe control you and like do, because in that case, literally, it's you getting slapped left and right. I mean, and you sit here and do nothing, expect you'll get fed. I mean, maybe there's extreme yogic states or meditative states where you don't need food. You can literally do nothing. But I guess for most of us, at least, there's some things that need to be done. But now here's the key: is to be doing it while being, or being conscious, is what it's really about. So yeah, that's the core of what I wanted to really just mention. But now with the spiritual practice, right? Yes, that's the key focus here. Spiritual practice is actually a term I've learned from Eckhart Tolle. Beautiful, beautiful man, as well as spiritual teacher inside and out. And it's all about treating every waking moment that you have. I mean, it's realizing that that's all that you'll ever have, every waking moment, and giving it your complete awareness and attention. And then everything you do is a spiritual practice. Very simple. So whether it's brushing your teeth, washing the dishes, doing your homework, listening to someone that you don't want to listen to, getting into a quote-unquote argument, where in this case, let's say you're getting yelled at, make that your spiritual practice. It's super simple. And what does that mean now? So what it means, like I said, is being fully aware, and then treating it all. And the reason I say practice versus spiritual tests, just because we tend to associate tests from school with passing and failing. Not to say that I failed a lot necessarily, but yeah, it's just an association that's unconsciously conditioned. So why even use the word test? I mean, there's no passing or failing in life, really. It's just experiencing. And that's what a practice is. Practice is. You can't fail a practice. Nor can you pass a practice. You just experience a practice. So,
this is the train to Huntington.
Excuse me.
The next
Let's see where
station
the next
is
station is.
Cold Spring Harbor.
Okay. Still have a few stops on the train. So that's what the spiritual practice is at a general address. Really just treating it, embracing everything that comes your way. As I've learned beautifully from Eckhart Tolle, the world's here not to make you happy, but here to challenge you. And so therefore, the challenge is, again, you can connect it to, like, let's say a basketball practice, dribbling drill, let's just say music practice. I mean, goes on and on. But the point is you learn, right? And you appreciate it and fully embrace the challenge or the thing that's thrown your way. So what I'm suggesting essentially is, just want to make sure there's no one behind me, is to treat everything as a spiritual practice, fully experience it without attachments, because attachments are usually, again, egoic in nature and unconscious. And let's quickly get to the experience I had today, which was what I'm really referencing. So a couple of things happened. I mean, the body didn't get much sleep. I was doing some late night editing and so on, but didn't get too much sleep. Literally just got here around midnight last night from Texas. A few hour flight with, stopover and everything. And then, let's say past that, woke up, did some meditation stuff, and then got a bagel, and got dropped off to Hicksville train station. Keep in mind, this is Long Island, New York. From Hicksville, took the train to New York. At this point, body and mind were feeling pretty solid because I had done the meditation. But then slowly, literally entered the city. It kind of slowly was settling in. The relative tiredness present for the body and how some rest would be appreciated, but still kept going, walking around, got some little food here and there, some pizza, experienced that, and then if you can tell, the reason I'm looking kind of around or having the eyes closed is because body is tired, as you can tell. So after that, did some filming for the first time in New York City and primarily focused on Times Square. Got some decent shots. People weren't as receptive, mostly because people are busy, and it's understandable. We'll probably shoot in different areas, thinking like Washington Square Park maybe next time, and some other parts where people are a little bit more relaxed and receptive, per se. But it was a great experience. So I was doing all of that, and then realized that I had to catch a train back and get a rental car. So in the midst of that, I was able to meet with the brother Kasoon. Him and his family are there, so I spent some time with him as well. And then from there, ended up catching the train. So I ended up taking a train to Jamaica from Penn Station. So I had to walk all the way from Times Square to Penn Station. Penn Station, took the train to not Jamaica. Yes, to Jamaica. And then from Jamaica, took an air shuttle to JFK Airport. And from there, took a transportation van, which they took me like an hour to wait. Alright, that's an exaggeration. 30 minutes, that's for sure. At least 30 minutes to wait. From there till the actual rental car place, come to find out I'm not eligible to get the car. And yeah, definitely, honestly, it could be because the body was tired. Maybe it's just the level of awareness that I've developed. I have no clue. We'll keep it open-ended as an I don't know. But spent like 2 hours there, 2 to 3 hours, trying to see if things can work out, and I'm not happening. So then had to get another shuttle from there, the rental car place, to JFK Airport, and then another train from JFK Airport to Jamaica Airport. Jamaica train station. And now from Jamaica train station going to Huntington, and then from Huntington we'll be going to Smithtown. And then from Smithtown get picked up by PK. Hopefully grab some food because the body hasn't had food since the afternoon. And then get some rest, and then that's the first day of work happening tomorrow, the first official day. And I know I kind of support a lot of things to you, but the whole point of this is that it was all a spiritual practice. Because yes, there's moments of anxiousness, nervousness, worry, all that, right? But quickly, consciously captured, let it go, embrace it, accepted it, just stay present. And that is really it, the core, the essence. I mean, body's still tired, but what is me thinking about the future and doing anything? Like, can I actually do anything about it? No. Do we truly realize that? I mean, people, yeah, say it's easier said than done. Like, don't worry, do this. Don't worry about this, don't worry about that. But the key is, yes, it is easier said than done. But how do you realize it or actually practice it? And that comes to the spiritual practice. Treating every single thing as a spiritual practice, embracing it, good, bad, hard, easy. Again, these are all relative, as you know. So, that's it. Spiritual practice. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully this will help you too with practicing whatever you're doing. Life itself is a spiritual practice, and with that, make it a great day. Take it joyfully.
This station is Cold Spring
Make a great day.
This is the train to
Stay conscious.
The next station is
Body's tired. Ecstasy.